Welcome to Unit 5. This unit focuses on the many differences between people of different nationalities and cultures, how they interact with each other, and how growing up in a particular culture shapes our expectations and behavior. Listen to some people talking about cultural differences and traditions.
I think all countries, even from the Netherlands, Belgium, Flanders, where we speak the same language, is already a huge cultural difference. I've been there for my work, and the Dutch are quite straightforward and direct, and even the Belgians are much. It's a really different way. So it looks more or less the same, but it isn't. I think also Ireland and Britain is quite different. I don't want to be rude, but it's. I felt very comfortable in Ireland because maybe it's a small country, and also even here it's very nice and beautiful. But it's let's say the English dominance of the world in the past has also given them a certain attitude.
So one of the main things I noticed when I came was that people don't look at each other in the street here. People seem shyer, a bit more closed off. The stereotype, I guess it fits. Greeks are a little more confident maybe, or just less shy, less worried about socializing.
For my country, we always cook at home, I would say. In America, usually people eat out a lot. So that's like a big difference. It's more like home-cooked meal than going out. We don't really, I would say the thing about coffee and smoking is not a thing in Jamaica that much. I don't know if it is now, but when I was there, that's like a different thing. You know, in America, first thing is coffee and smoking, so that's another.
I think Americans complain less at work and in private. When you take a cab in Europe or in the UK for that matter, complaining about things with colourful language is part of the culture. If you do the same thing at work,
do you think Americans complain less?
Oh yeah, you can't complain like this at work. Like people will get afraid.
Yeah.
Chinese people, they are very open-minded. If they feel if you feel like we're safe, so. Just spend some more time, then I think we will get along with each other pretty well. Yeah.
Vocabulary choice. Being an American and coming to the UK, vocabulary choice was a huge part of culture that I had to acclimate to. I use now more UK British vocabulary than I do American, and so using words like quite and a boot instead of a trunk and things like that are vocabulary words that I had to get used to, and people would laugh at me for what I would say, and that was something that was strange to me that I had never experienced before, and interesting.
Depending, but if you're in a village, you usually don't show your left hand when you're eating. So you usually put it under the table, which was really weird for me because on my German side, you have to put all the fingers on the table to be really proper in etiquette. And the etiquette in Turkey, in like a Muslim family, would be not to show your left hand because it's considered dirty. So.
If you're in a lift in the UK, people tend to keep to themselves and remain quiet. If you're in a lift in Ireland, whether you want to or not, somebody will engage you in conversation. And that's probably one of the biggest differences.
In some ways, there's less cultural openness in Canada than here. You can buy drink and food and wine and beer and everything in the grocery stores. In Canada, that's not possible.
It takes a little longer here for people to become friends, I find, and you need lots and lots of encounters and being very superficial before you get into something, more intimate, while Brazilians can go there like quite quickly.
I think people here are more friendly. Yeah, whenever you see people, they are smile. You feel that they are all of them friendly and outgoing and social. Yeah, maybe you can find this touch in our country. Okay. That's it.
I think the rhetoric right now that's being spread in my country is not conducive to promoting immigration, and I think that's something that needs to change. And one of the reasons why I'm at Oxford to promote bilingualism and multilingualism, which is why I'm studying what I'm studying, and hopefully going home and being able to create an inclusive environment where it's okay to have different cultures and different languages all working together to learn and make the world a better place, hopefully.